Good Monday night to you, and thank you for joining us. It's the Newsfeed Late Night. I am Thabo Mdluli. The Patriotic Alliance came out third in last week's by-elections, winning 2 wards from the Democratic Alliance in what some are describing as a big gain for the small party. The party also made an impressive showing in Beaufort West, taking 24% of the vote, just 1% below the DA. Are these signs of what is to come in the local government elections? Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton Mckenzie joins us now to unpack this and other issues. To be a part of the conversation, you can tag us now on Twitter at Newzroom 405 or WhatsApp your questions and your comments to 072-110-5584. Gayton, it's good to see you.
Hello, very good to see you, and thanks for having me.
Pleasure, only a pleasure. I mean, you've snatched 2 wards away from the DA, but here's their response. They say they are unshaken by the inroads that you're making. You're too small a party, I quote, to cause any real damage.
I don't blame them for saying that. You know, it just shows you that it's not only 2 wards. We beat them in 6 months. We met them 4 times, and we beat them all 4 times. We took a ward from them in Reveille, Ward 68, Reveille, Pennyvale. We took El Rado Park. We took El Rado Park again. He should be embarrassed. The DA should be embarrassed to even be casting aspersions on our size, if I can put it that way. Yeah. The DA is that. That is just bus mentality speaking. He said before the election, a week before the election, he went to El Rado Park and he gave a statement and he said, the leader of John Steenhuisen, the leader of the DA, is telling the people of El Rado Park, vote for this councillor. And I was just laughing because he thinks El Rado Park is his farm, where he can give instructions. There's no way in any predominantly colored area where the DA can ever beat Patriotic Alliance. Yeah. Never. Their time is over.
Give me 1 or 2 reasons why you are winning wards in predominantly colored areas.
I think, you know, an uncomfortable truth that people don't want to talk about is the fact that colored people at first voted with the ANC, Mandela's ANC. That's why the ANC ruled Cape Town. That's why the ANC ruled El Rado Park. That's why the ANC ruled Reveille. And then the ANC then totally neglected colored people. I mean, colored people are the forgotten people, and people do not want to talk about it. And then the people migrated to the DA. The DA did worse than the ANC. I stay in a suburb, and there's no potholes where I live. And in El Rado Park, it's pothole city. And the people in El Rado Park's vote is the same vote as mine staying in Sandhurst. So why the people are leaving the DA is because they're home. They found a home. The PA is a home, you know. The PA is a home for each and every person in South Africa. But people don't want to admit it, but the ANC is predominantly, the base is black. Yeah. EFF the same. Yeah. The DA, Freedom Front Plus, is white. Yeah. We are unashamedly to say that the colored people is home in the PA. The DA is just making a noise. Yeah. Results speak. Numbers don't lie. The numbers are there. We have beaten them because colored people in this country, my brother, they are neglected. Our people don't get bursaries. Yeah. Our people do not even get considered for jobs. Yeah. CVs of colored people, I'm telling you, they're landing up in the dust, in the bin. I mean, in eThekwini, let me make you a physical, proper example. In eThekwini, the ANC government in eThekwini said, everybody can come and buy a car except coloreds, whites, and Indians. They said that. Yeah. They said coloreds, whites, and Indians are not allowed to come and buy cars, and this is state cars at the auction. Yeah. Now, you ask yourself, what's happening here? They have never thought in their lives that colored people will organize and agitate and stand up. We have risen, my brother, and we are unstoppable.
Are you not running the danger of campaigning through identity politics? Right?
No.
And let's get straight into the debate of identity politics. They serve to divide society more than galvanize them and unite them on a singular cause.
The people that fear division are the people that have been oppressing our people. And if standing up for ourselves, if rising up and saying this is not right, if that makes us, if that puts us in a situation where we're involved in identity politics, so is it. But let me just go a bit deeper. When you see the ANC, during the struggle, in 1983, the Constitution of 1983 gave Kallards and Indians limited rights through the tricameral parliament. Yeah. Most Kallards rejected that. They said, no way. We don't want Ellen Hendrikse. We don't want to be part of what this 1983 Constitution is giving us. We want to be with our black brothers, our white brothers, and our Indian brothers. They rejected that. That's why we joined the struggle. What happened after 1994? The ANC came and they said, colored people, you are not African. Legislatively, they put it there, that colored people are not African, they are now considered black. And colored people get nothing in this country. Last weekend, 20 murders, 20 colored children died last weekend, over the weekend. But they only talk about Palestine, which they should be talking about, but not excluding colored people. So what I'm saying to you is that PA is not a colored party. It has its base in the colored community. Kenny Konene is a leader in the PA. He's not a colored person. You can say, in Pennyvale, we beat the DA, we beat the ANC, and Pennyvale is a predominantly black area. We beat the, sorry, not the ANC, we beat the EFF, which is a predominantly black party. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, all of a sudden, when they were excluding colored people, they were not talking things like, oh, you are being divisive. We've been looking at them, just ignoring our people. And as a person, I just said, you know what, this is not right. Yeah. We have engaged people, and we said, you know what, we are building our own table. And I can tell you now, there shall be no government, and this is not wishful thinking. Yeah. The results speak for themselves. Right. No
Let's
government.
Talk about those results. You've obviously taken a huge share of the DA vote, particularly in El Dorado Park, but you are unlikely going to affect the ANC vote share.
No, definitely not.
With the kind of tactic that you're taking.
No, definitely not. Let me explain to you. In Beaufort West, we took 24% from the DA, and we took 22% from the ANC. That's massive. In Pennyvale, we took 13% of the ANC. Yeah. In Annandale, we took a share of more than 70% of the DA's vote.
But that is within the wards, right? It's not overall a downright majority in a metro, in a particular province, for example. If you look at province, 2019, you received 12 votes.
Yes.
Provincially. When in 2016 you had 165.
Yes.
Right?
How many votes did we receive in Annandale, in El Dorado Park, in the same year that you're speaking about? What we received,
to that point,
9,000 more votes.
That in the ward you will have that kind of impact. But are you going to be able to extend that when you're looking at province, when you're looking at taking over the metro, and actually maintain that level of dominance?
My brother, we are a 7-year-old party.
Yeah.
And if you go on results of today, we came third of all political parties that took part. What we are saying to you, the PA that you saw 7 years ago, 4 years ago, even 5 years ago, what you see now is a manifestation. It's a manifestation of being humiliated, being ignored, being overlooked. And the people with the death of Nathaniel Julius, we drew a line in the sand.
Right.
And that line was evident in Beaufort West, in Reveille, in Ward 17, in Ward 18. All I'm saying to you, and I want you to quote me on this.
Yes.
No municipality in this country, nobody will get an outright majority. The PA will not only be kingmakers in the city of Johannesburg. We are going to Cape Town. We are going to unseat the DA in Cape Town. We are going to, on the 29th of January, on 28th of June, there's a by-election in Kimberley. We are going to take that word from the DA. So what I want to leave you with...
How are you going to take the word from the DA, or even how are you going to take Cape Town from the DA? The PA does not have a record of governance.
All right, look at the people that have a record of governance. You say the ANC has a record of governance? Rahima Musa Hospital does not have water. A hospital. And you say they have a record of governance? You go to Cape Town, you say the DA has a record of governance. The people in Langa, Guguletu, are staying with rats. Rats. The people in Alexandra are living amongst rats, where the majority of ANC leaders are coming from. If that, my brother, is a record of governance, then you are complimenting me if you say I've got no record of governance. Because we have been governed by the same people for too long, and doing the same thing over and over again does not give you experience. It's just you doing the same thing over and over again. The PA is here to stay. The PA is growing. We are a God-fearing party. Now, if you are a God-fearing party, you fear the Lord. And if you fear God, it's very hard for you. It's very hard for you to oppress the people of God. So what I'm saying to you is that they laughed at us. Nobody's laughing today. What you are going to see on the 27th of October, it's something that will make what you see today, that's why you called me, it will make this look like child's play. We are coming for our refund. We are coming for years and years. If truth be told, we are the first nation in this country. We are the indigenous people in South Africa. But look what happened. When Jan van Riebeeck came here in 1652, who did he find here? He found our people here. And what did we say? We welcomed them with open hands. And we say, we're going to do what our forefathers did. We have black people, we have white people, we have Indian people as family. We are the only race that has white in you, that has black in you. My grandmother is white. She's white. My grandfather, every colored person you meet got all of that. So we will never oppress a black man. We will never oppress an Indian man. We are the chosen ones to make sure that we bring this country together. Where's the Rainbow Nation today? There's no Rainbow Nation in Kallards.
We'll talk about that a little bit when we continue. What will happen of a society where white votes white, colored votes colored? What are we expecting? Black to be color blind, or must black vote black? That is the question, of course, we'll put to Gayton Mckenzie, leader of the Patriotic Alliance, when we continue next. By the way, to be a part of the conversation, and if you have some questions for Gayton tonight, drop us a tweet at Newzroom 405, or otherwise WhatsApp your comments tonight on 072-110-5584. The Newsfeed Late Night continues next. Stay with us. On the Newsfeed Late Night, thanks for staying on. Our reporting continues now here on Newzroom Africa, channel 405, in conversation with Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton Mckenzie. You're a part of this conversation. Send us your WhatsApp messages now, 072-110-5584. We'll take your questions and your comments for Gayton. So Gayton, before the break, as I was saying, what will happen in a society where we shift from the kind of voting we've been seeing to identity voting now, where white votes white, as you mentioned, Freedom Front Plus, black votes black, Indian votes Indian, colored votes Indian? What happens to that society?
It will become Armageddon. It will become Armageddon. If black votes black, colored vote colored, white votes white, we'll be going to Sodom and Gomorrah, Armageddon. But you see, that is a media creation. We are not a colored party. We are a colorful party. Let me make you one example. Beaufort West that you've just complimented me on, that ward did not have colored people. It had black people and it had white people. And we did excellently. Pennyvale, Zamampilo, we got few colored people living there. I don't even think there's colored people in Zamampilo. We did excellently. The issue here is fault finding by the big parties. All of a sudden now, when you see why they think we are a colored party, we are a colored only party, it's because no party speaks for colored people or mention colored people. The moment we rose up and we said we put colored people also in the discussions, they're like, oh, they talk about colored people. Because it's such a rare occasion that nobody speaks about colored people. In this country, it's only colored people that pick up their children every week being shot dead. Between 2014 and 2015, 2014 April and 2015 April, every day a colored young man was shot dead. Every day, 7. Between 2014 April...
A lot of people are saying, why don't you do what you did in El Dorado Park during these by-elections in Cape Town, in the Cape Flats?
But that's what we're doing. That's why I'm moving to Cape Town. But let me just finish this one I'm saying to you. I'm coming to the one of Cape Town. 2014 April, 2015 April, 7 young colored men were shot dead every day. And you know what was the hashtag in this country? Save the rhino. Nobody worried about colored. We are tired of asking. We are who we've been waiting for. And because we've been spat on, we've been humiliated, we've been made, nobody sees us, In the city of Johannesburg, there were 2, 3, or 4, 5 Kallards working there before we came there.
Yeah.
What do? We say, all right, we're building our own table. So I'm saying to you, the PA is not a Kallard party. And one thing the PA people will never do, they will never, my brother, oppress people, because we know how it is for your CV to be thrown in the bin. We know how it is for your child to be shot and to lay there, and you are waiting for the ambulances, and you're waiting for the mortuary car to come, and it is raining, and your child's body is there, and they are scared to come into El Rado Park, and the dogs are licking your dead child, and you can't touch that because it's a scene of crime. Yeah. That's what our mothers go through.
It's a gruesome picture. It's a gruesome picture that you paint, and a gruesome narrative that you speak of what has happened to the Kallard community in this country. But let's talk about the fact that obviously with the ANC losing its majority, there's been a shift in this country from a one-party system to coalition politics. Now, at some point in Nelson Mandela Bay, you had the upper hand, so to speak, because you were the kingmakers there, yes. Right? In 24 hours, right, you went from refusing to pass budget to accepting a seat in the mayoral committee. I mean, look at those contradictions. What are you in it for? Are you in it for the positions?
We're not in it for the positions.
If you have the power, why didn't you use that power to influence the system for a change, as opposed to just giving it up for the next available seat?
My brother, I don't understand what you mean to say we are in politics for power. I don't understand. You see, you've been so used to the ANC that's in power and they still march against themselves. Yeah. They don't know what to do with power. The PA is in politics for power. Yeah. We ain't going to play with power. We went into Nelson Mandela Bay. We told Ethel Trollop, hire so many people, Kallard people. He didn't. We removed him. We told Bobani, he didn't. We removed him. We met with the DA and they had another plan. We removed them again. Then the ANC came and they thought we will not remove them, and then we removed them. So what I'm saying to you, we are not in politics to relax and to earn salaries. Yeah. The difference between me and all these political leaders, I'm not into politics for a salary. Yeah. I don't benefit financially from politics. Yeah. I give money to politics. Yeah. So if something is not right for my people, yeah, then we remove you. We don't care what the media is going to say, that we are unstable. I'm saying to you today, there's no government that shall be formed in this country, yeah, because our people understand their rights now. It took us, when you speak about 7 votes and 20 votes, that time we were still in the furnace teaching our people, do this, do this, do this. Foreigners, the illegal foreigners are even living better than our people. Yeah. In South Africa.
I wanted to talk, we'll get to it, because I wanted to talk about that. Maybe that you raise it. Let's talk about it. What is your stance on the open border policy?
If the PA takes over, there shall never be an open border policy. There shall be a closed border policy. We shall build walls like Donald Trump. We shall put soldiers there.
How does that even begin to make sense to you, Gayton?
But you're not giving me a chance to answer you.
But you are saying vulnerable people must close other vulnerable people outside, and you're saying that is absolutely normal and must be acceptable.
Let me tell you, let me make you an example. Yeah. I invested a lot of money in China to start something in Guangzhou, a business. Yeah. We did everything. We got lawyers, we did everything. The moment we had to get our certificate, they said there's only one little problem, that we cannot be in Guangzhou. We got to be in the 4 or 5 streets outside Guangzhou. We inquired why. They say they leave that for the locals. The same happened in Dubai, where they moved us to SEZs, which is special economic zones. So let me tell you, including yourself, you've all lost your minds. Our people are the ones not having jobs in this country. A country's primary objective, yeah, a state, do not confuse yourself as a human being with a state. Yeah. You've got a conscience. You've got a choice. A state has none of that. A state doesn't have a choice. A state has got one thing and one thing only, to look after its citizens. If there's war here now, tell me, if there's war, who's the Americans going to pick up?
Americans.
Only. Not Americans. Only Americans. Right. The British, that's why they have embassies. they're only going to pick up them. So these people have a government. So if you give me a chance, if you look at the service industry in South Africa, all the restaurants is only illegal foreigners. If you look at the shops in our areas, it's only Somalians, illegal Somalians that does not pay tax, that does not have proper things. So I'm unapologetic today to say all this leadership in this country have lost their minds. Our people must compete against people that came here from Somalia, that came here from Serbia, that came here from Bosnia, for the same hospital facilities, for the same housing. Black people and colored people and Indian people, the indigenous people here, must stand in lines to be helped. If the PA takes over, and my brother, listen to me what I'm going to say to you now. If we take over as the PA at 9 a.m. in the morning, at 3:30, all illegal foreigners will be in jail or outside. We are not here to play. I can't go with all the money I have. I was in Zambia. My passport, I overstayed my welcome. I was 2 days. I realized I didn't say I only got, I think, 3 days. And it was my 4th day. I had to leave. You can't walk into America. These people are just coming in here. Let them go and hold their government accountable. Our people, you know the problem that we're having is, let's go to the Nigerians. No, the Nigerians here, they are selling drugs. I'm saying this to you. I'm the one as the leader of the PA that tells you, go to Sunnyside. They've taken Sunnyside over. Go to Rosettenville. They've taken Rosettenville. So I'm saying to you, people should never vote for the PA if they feel like you feel, to say vulnerable people must protect vulnerable people. They have a government, we have a government. This is the only country in the world, show me one country, Thabo, one country, where foreigners come here, can go in that country and they do as they please. No, can I just finish the last sentence?
All right.
Show me one country. No, I want you to show me one country.
There isn't.
There isn't. No, why do you want it here?
No, there is no question about people who come to the country and
let me tell you why. Why is it? But they are being kept here.
The rhetoric and the narrative that you create is a system that rises against foreign nationals.
No.
That doesn't welcome them in South Africa.
The system has already risen against my own people. Let me tell you. The problem is you're making excuses for them, and I have no problem. My accountant is a Zimbabwean.
Yes.
He came here with papers. He came here legally.
Yes.
If you jump the fence, there's a difference between the guy that jumped the fence and the guy that came in legally. I'm not saying foreign people. I've got businesses outside this country. Yes. That's not what I'm saying. Yes. But let me tell you why foreigners are having, illegal foreigners are having the time of their lives here. Right. Because the white, rich business people want them here. It's cheap labor. It's ununionized. They're not unionized. And lastly, real estate. If all these guys leave, the rich whites, their buildings will be standing empty because the locals cannot afford that exuberant rents. You come in this country, you sell drugs, they walk around here like they own the country. They must pray the 28th of October. The Patriotic Alliance is not the kingmaker, because whoever wants our vote must give us that assurance. I'll make you an example. As an ex-criminal, prison is full of guys, full of guys. They were arrested with their fingerprints. They killed somebody, they took a drink, they drank it, they left it, their fingerprints are there. People are being killed here, these people are not documented, we don't have their fingerprints, then we want to complain about crime. You know, I'm saying to you today, and I'm saying it without shame. Go to El Dorado Park, go to Beaufort West. The whole street in Beaufort West is owned by Somalians. The whole street.
But that's the problem of policing, is it not?
Pardon?
It's a problem of policing.
No, it's not just policing. It is, you cannot blame the police. It is legislation. It's legislation. It's politicians. I'm saying to you as a politician, and there must be no ambiguity about what I'm saying. If the PA takes over, we shall take over at 9 a.m. At 10 a.m. we shall give a call to say every illegal foreigner go home. And if you don't go home, we shall remove you out of this country. We shall change the whole border police at the border, because they are very filthy rich, those border police. We shall change them. We shall bring in CCTV cameras. I shall build a wall with government money to make sure that if you want to come into this country, you are not coming in and come and sell drugs to our children.
That's a very familiar rhetoric. You shall build a wall. All right, let's
I heard it from Donald Trump. That was the best thing ever.
Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton Mckenzie. To be a part of this conversation, let us know your views tonight on WhatsApp 072-110-5584. The Newsfeed Late Night continues next. Right, back with you. The Newsfeed Late Night continues here on Newzroom Africa, channel 405. We have with us Patriotic Alliance leader Gayton Mckenzie, who says 9 o'clock he takes over. By 10:30 would have issued a decree that all illegal foreign nationals to leave the country. And he says he'll take state money and build a wall. Let's hear what you're saying tonight on WhatsApp. This one from Davis in Mannenberg. Question for Gayton: how will he deal with corruption? What's his take on the petrol price increase? And how will he deal with job creation?
I think, the first one was job creation. That's the one that really breaks my heart. Because in this country, all our jobs, the money from, let's say, the PIC has given 43 billion to Steinhoff. Steinhoff took that money to Germany, and he created jobs in Germany. I shall use all our pension funds, all the different funds that we have, to create jobs for locals. Secondly, why are we exporting all our gold? Why are we exporting all our raw minerals? You look at a place like Daniel Scale. Daniel Scale is surrounded by iron ore and manganese mines. There's hundreds and hundreds of trucks that go out every day with raw material. Yeah. Why can we not put a stop to it? And for me, that would be the first thing I do, to put a stop to the export of raw materials. We look at Plettenberg Bay. They're exporting logs and logs and logs and logs and logs of wood. I am saying, then they take it to China. China makes furniture, and then we buy from China the furniture. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you see, we have a problem of leaders that's not commercially astute. Now, I'm very commercially astute. So job creation will be the number one thing. And as far as corruption is concerned, you need to build a special place for corrupt politicians. You need to build a special prison. Yeah. A special prison, because in our country, I went to Nigeria. Yeah. That country can't operate without corruption, and we are getting there. Yeah. So we gotta come in and give longer sentences. Yeah. We gotta bring back the death penalty. Yeah. Because today, I know as a person that has a very checkered past. I know of guys that sit in jail that they got 97 years sentence. They don't care about killing another person because he's just adding another 20 years. He knows he's never going to come out. So killing becomes a sport to them. But if he knows he's going to be killed. Lastly.
So what one would say, you went into some marriage of convenience with some politicians who today are viewed as corrupt. Are you still fighting for that marriage?
Elaborate? I don't understand.
You're the ANC in Johannesburg.
No, you see, that's the problem with coalitions. Coalitions, I don't care. I'll go with coalition with the EWB if they still existed, if they do for the people of Eldorado Park. The ANC, the PA, it still stands today. It's the only party that suspended people that stole COVID money. And we got the SIU involved. And the SIU report was agreeing with the PA. We don't care whether we go with the ANC, whether we go with the DA. We know what we want. We know what we want. We like guys jumping in a plane. We are in the same plane. But where we are going, we've got different missions. Yeah. So for us, there's this narrative that it's only the ANC that is corrupt. The DA is worse corrupt than the ANC. Yeah. Let me tell you today, the DA is the most corrupt party in this country.
But that's the thing, though, that many will simply say, Gayton, in the upcoming local government elections, actually, I'm not going to vote. Because, as you say, no one appeals to me. All the parties, all the candidates, you're all the same, each and every one of you. So my vote is worthless. It's really not going to change anything.
Your vote is not worthless. We can't be punished for what the ANC has been doing. In fact, we are benefiting. The reason why the PA is not getting 6 votes, as you mentioned earlier, is because of all this nonsense these people are taking. My brother, let me explain something to you about, let's take El Rado Park. Let's use El Rado Park. When there's a death in El Rado Park, politics or no politics, the people of El Rado Park know where their help is going to come from. Not from government, from the PA. When there's a pipe that leaks, the people of El Rado Park knew. The mistake the DA made in Reveli, they repeated in El Rado Park.
Yeah.
Instead of campaigning, they went there and they say, do you know Gayton Mckenzie come from jail? Do you know, they spoke about my past of 27 years. I'm speaking about the future. And sometimes they go into a house where the mother's children are also in jail. They say, like, you know that he was a criminal, insulting my past. And his mother is listening to them. Yeah. I'm saying to you, the people of El Rado Park and the black people in the PA, the ones that joined the PA, and the colored people there, it's a new kind of people. Let me tell you, I did but 0.1% for this win. Yeah. The people of El Rado Park, the people of Ennerdale, the people of Reveli, they stood up and they worked without being paid. The people are tired. The people don't know us when we're in government. They know our hearts before we entered government. Right. They know our hearts.
Let's hear what the people in El Dorado Park are saying. Laura, they're in El Dorado Park saying the PA is the party that we've been waiting for.
Amen.
Kallards have been neglected and used by both the ANC and the Democratic Alliance. Let's take some more of the WhatsApp messages. Here's a question from Joyce in Pretoria. What is the PA's strategy in regions where the colored areas are minimal? For example, Gauteng, you've got 3 regions, namely Tshwane, West Rand, and Sidibeng.
That's a very good question. That's why we have people like Colin, leaders. Esrom, we've got people like Kenny Kunene. We've got a lot of, I'm talking about senior leaders in the party that's black. And what I'm saying is the same strategy we had in Beaufort West. In Beaufort West, we never thought we'll win it. But we wanted to show that we are not a colored party. In Zamampilo, in that, my brother, the issue here is very clear. Is that the reason why we've been ignored for too long. And in this country, our numbers, and it was just God ordained, our numbers as colored people are in such a way that even the president in 2024 will come from the colored community. If you understand coalitions.
Yes.
They will not have a president because we've had different presidents. It's time now for a colored president also to come up.
Right.
So what I'm saying to you, the numbers, and it's not us the numbers. Yeah. We just look at the numbers. If all the parties in El Dorado Park were forming one party, we still have beaten them by 2,000 votes. All the parties together. We put them in one bag, and they could have, not one by one.
Yes.
Not one by one.
Yes.
All of them. But the point I'm trying to make to answer, we are a colorful party. You know, if there's one thing, imagine colored people has been betrayed. And if you tell me how was colored people betrayed, let me show you how they were betrayed. Nelson Mandela came out of jail. And when Nelson Mandela came out, he told us to all vote for the ANC, which we all did, even in the Western Cape. What happened immediately after Nelson Mandela won? He came and he says, black coloreds are on the same level as white women, on the same level as Chinese, and black people, you are Africans. Colored people are not Africans. Now you ask yourself, my brother, why did Ashley Creel die? They talk about June 16, but they don't talk about the Etlon massacre. They talk about Nelson Mandela, but they don't talk about Neville Alexander that also went to Robben Island. They say that Walter Sisulu was one of the longest serving prisoners. Do they know that Harry de Strandloper was the first prisoner in Robben Island? He was the first one even till today to escape. What I'm saying to you, Hector Peterson was a colored boy. What I'm saying to you is that colored people fought alongside black people. This ANC then came and they divided us. And the colored people in the PA are saying, go get our brothers. Go get our white brothers. Go get our Indian sisters. We want to bring the real rainbow nation. Because it's very hard for color. I don't know one colored family that does not have an Indian cousin or a black auntie or a white auntie. Yeah. Now imagine you're oppressing your cousin We can never do that. But the fact remains they are nervous because they saw us as drunkards. Black man Ngoro, a leader in the ANC, said colored people are drunkards. Kaya Makaka, a leader in the ANC, said colored people are dogs. Spielman said colored people, the mayor of Welkom, Matsabeng, he said colored people are just bushmans and the soldiers must blitzem them. The ANC reinstated him. Now we've been looking at that. No one in this country will dare insult Kallards again. We're waiting for the next one to call us a dog, to call us a drunkard. You will see what will happen in this country. That time is over.
Do you think Jeff Makubo is going to survive amid the corruption scandal involving his financial consulting firm?
He can never survive. My brother, as a man that had 35 million in his account, myself, I know what it takes to have 35 million. How many years I had to graft to get 35 million. This mayor gets 35 million and he works for the ANC or for the state. How do you get 35 million? I can show where I get my 35 million from. What can he show me where he got that 35 million? That man is corrupt. That man must go. But honestly, even if they don't let him go, they are in for a high jump with the election. Our posters will not have our faces. It shall have but 35 million. He's so stupid. Listen what he says. He says, as a person that runs companies, he says he was not actively involved.
As a signatory.
In that company. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the most important person in any company is the person signing. Yeah. They don't even trust me in my own company because they say I'll take all the money to the PA. I can't even sign for that. Jeff was the only one that signed. What I feel sorry for is his mother, because her names also get mentioned. I'm praying that they can have mercy for her. The ANC will decide. If they keep Jeff, we shall make it very difficult. They shall make it very easy for us to further beat them. But in the city of Joburg, there shall be a coalition. In the city of Ekurhuleni, there shall be a coalition. The problem with the ANC, it's not even the ANC, I must even retract that. In the city of Joburg, it is members of the ANC. They wanted our vote. We gave it to them. Not the ANC, members of the ANC. They kicked us out after I said it's okay. The road is long. Masina, he phoned me 20 times for our vote. I said no. Kenny said no, man, let's give him the vote. He never answered my call after that again. The road is long. That's the saying in prison. The road is long. I'm waiting for 28 October. So we will see. They thought 5 years is a long time. As I said, it's not a long time. They're going to need us now. And you know what? It's not, you know, the ANC's problem is they get sometimes blamed for these individuals that want to enrich themselves within the ANC. But I'm saying to my brother, the PA will remove the DA from the city of Cape Town, something the ANC has failed to do. Also, mense, our people are tired. In Cape Town, where I live in Cape Town, in Constantia, behind the mountain, they call Cape Town the best city in South Africa.
Well-run city. So
it's not the most well-run city. It is the bloodiest city for our people. It is the most well-run city for white people and for rich black people like ourselves in the city of Cape Town. If you go to Cape Town today, my brother, our people are staying, they call them backyard dwellers. If you go to Cape Town today, gangsterism is rife in Cape Town. If you go to Cape Town today, the people in Langa, it's stinking in Langa. There's sewage running in Guguletu. The shacks burn in Langa and Guguletu. No money. People, no money. We had to run with blankets and stuff like that. In Paarl, when it burned, I had to feed those people as the leader of the PA. In Neisner, where we have businesses in Platte, a fire, F&B, all these racist businesses, they all contributed. But when black people's checks were burning, they were not contributing. So I'm saying to you, Mara, Cape Town is the worst run city. Our people are nowhere. When I say our people, I'm not saying colored people. I'm talking about Guguletu. I'm talking about Langa. Go and see how those people live. You will cry. You know, there's a woman that shows me a baby's toes being bitten by rats.
Yeah.
Now you want to tell me that's the most well-run city. The problem is they just know how to steal. Because these ones of the ANC are over-hungry, so they eat very morsach. Those ones, they eat very slowly, but they still steal.
All right, let's take a break. We'll continue with some more of your questions tonight with Gayton Mckenzie, leader of the Patriotic Alliance, on 072-110-5584. You can send those through, otherwise tweet us at Newzroom 405. Stay with us. We're back in a moment.